We're going to talk about a food trend that does not seem to be ending anytime soon. I'm talking about going gluten-free, whether it's for allergies or healthy eating. Going gluten-free is all the rage, but can gluten-free dishes still taste as good? Well, here to give us the ultimate taste test with 3 simple recipes is the author of Fresh from Elizabeth's Kitchen, gluten-free and allergy-free recipes for healthy, delicious meals. Please welcome Elizabeth Kaplan to 7 Live. Hello, Elizabeth. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, first of all, I have a dear friend, and I know she's watching at home, and we went out to dinner, and I did want to strangle her because she said, I'm gluten-free, and I swear she couldn't eat anything on the menu. So what is gluten-free exactly?
Well, gluten is a protein found in wheat, barley, rye, and through cross-contamination, oats.
Okay.
So if you can't eat all of those things, it eliminates many dishes you could have at a restaurant, such as pasta, bread, even soy sauce has gluten in it.
All the yummy stuff, Elizabeth.
Right.
And of course, I'm only kidding. I really wasn't going to strangle my girlfriend, but it did make it difficult to dine with her.
Yeah.
Why is it we are hearing so much about this? Is it celebrities have fueled this?
No, I don't think so. I think that more and more people are getting diagnosed with gluten intolerance or celiac disease, which is what I have. And celiac disease, 1 in 100 people have it. And it's a severe issue with gluten where the villi in your intestines stop working. So you stop absorbing nutrients and you get very sick. And then nutritionists say that about 8 out of 10 people have trouble processing gluten, maybe have digestive issues, just discomfort, and don't even know it. So a lot of people out there really need to be gluten-free.
And I was joking with you before the show. This is something, if you want to try, you have to try it for several weeks. It's not
Right.
just like a few days of going gluten-free, right?
That won't do much for you.
Okay.
At least a month. Try going gluten-free for at least a month and see how you feel.
Yeah. Okay, one of my big concerns is always the taste factor in food. And you were saying earlier that by adding gluten, especially to baked goods, it adds that nice, big, fluffy texture.
Right. So gluten is in wheat, and we use wheat to bake, right? Wheat flour, white flour. And so when you're removing the gluten, you have to figure out how to replace that flour with a blend of flours. And it's quite a science. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to use rice flour and see how it works. You actually have to blend a number of flours together. So in my cookbook, there's a recipe to create your own flour blend so you can bake anything. Or if you don't want to blend your own flours, you can use a pre-made baking mix. And I've developed an organic gluten-free baking mix made with healthy flours. And so it's easy to buy as well.
And you described this is kind of like the gluten-free Bisquick. It's the all-purpose mixture. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted a taste test because my mind is kind of like, I'm not quite sure, Elizabeth, that this stuff can taste as good as the real stuff.
I'm excited for you to taste it.
So what do we have over here that I'm going to try?
So this is gluten-free pumpkin bread for the holidays.
Okay.
We've made 3 dishes that'll help you prepare for your Thanksgiving. And so when you take the gluten out, you got to figure out what to put in. In this, we used a blend of flours. We actually used our all-purpose mix, which has brown rice flour, white rice flour, potato starch flour, and tapioca flour.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Now, it is, going on the record, is a little dry. Does it have a little drier consistency?
Well, these have been sitting out since we got here earlier. No, actually, it's quite moist. There's no difference in the moisture with gluten-free baking. Usually it's that it falls apart because gluten binds it together.
I see.
But you can see that's
still holding
staying
up
together. Yeah.
And then what do you have here?
This is gluten-free cornbread. And so we have your store-bought cornbread and homemade cornbread made with the flour blend and corn flour and so on. And so cornbread is a staple at Thanksgiving. You use it for stuffing. You eat it with your turkey.
I love me some cornbread.
Yeah. So it's easy to make, and this recipe is actually on our website or on your website.
And then finally, a cupcake.
Chocolate cupcakes. Now, this is a really interesting blend of flours. It's got quinoa flour in it, and if you know what quinoa is, it's high in fiber and protein. Yeah, so it's really healthy.
So it's a cupcake that's good for you.
It actually is. You have protein and fiber in a cupcake and also omega-3s through the quinoa.
Okay, that's really, really good.
Yeah, and that's very moist, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay. Well, Elizabeth, as I'm trying to scarf down this yummy gluten-free cupcake, I'm sold on this.
Oh, thank you.
I'm really sold on this.
Yeah, these mixes are available at Whole Foods, at Molly Stone's, Rayleigh's, and having a packaged mix makes it easier. But if you like to do things from scratch, my cookbook's there to help too.
All right, Elizabeth Kaplan, thank you so much for joining us. And of course, we've got more information on our website. Just go to 7liveonline.com. gluten-free.com. And she has a book signing as well. Is that right?
Right.
Where's your book signing,
At
Elizabeth?
Whole Foods tomorrow at Whole Foods Walnut Creek at 10 a.m.
All right, there you have it. Thanks so much, Elizabeth, for joining us.